The intersection of the Black Panthers, gay rights, and women's rights will surprise you. Watch this.
The Women's Liberation Front, some of the groups are politically conscious. Those groups of women who are politically conscious, we would like to unite with them, and we would like to also have unity with the homosexual groups who are also politically conscious. We've had meetings with the homosexual representatives of the homosexual group and also the Women's Liberation Front. Now, the homosexual group have been oppressed so much and so badly until it was hard to convince them that the Black Panther Party is relating to them. But we see that homosexuals are human beings, and they're oppressed because of the bourgeois mentality and the bourgeois treachery that exists in this country.
Today is the birthday of Huey P. Newton, who co-founded the Black Panther Party with Bobby Seale in response to incidents of alleged police brutality and racism, as an illustration of the need for Black self-reliance. The group believed in use of militant force to protect those repressed and put down by the U.S. laws and government. While many only focus on their activism, the BPP also offered numerous support programs for the community. They implemented what they called survival programs to help individuals who are parts of oppressed communities. One of their most famous was a free breakfast program for children in Oakland, California. While the children ate, they were educated on Black history and community ideals. Other survival programs included free services such as clothing distribution, classes on politics and economics, free medical clinics, lessons on self-defense and first aid, transportation to upstate prisons for family members of inmates, an emergency response ambulance program, drug and alcohol rehabilitation, and testing for sickle-cell disease. Wow. This is incredible, and really one of the crimes in American history is not really telling the truth of the Black Panthers and what they offered, and listening to him speak on the video, and him saying, this is back in the 60s, and him saying, members of the homosexual community are human beings, right? Because the narrative is always that Black people don't like homosexuals, and the narrative is that the Black Panthers were just violent, right? And here he's just expressing love.
What would happen
to all people?
What would happen if we take that same concept that they had on yesterday and do that today? So many times we always hear in our community of the treatment, whether it's in Wilton Manor or whether it's in Oakland Park or wherever it may be, we always talk about the mistreatment. But what if we take the same approach that the Black Panther Party and take our people and educate our people and serve our people? Because when we are being disproportionalized and victimized of our white brothers and sisters, or even our Black brothers and sisters when it comes to homophobia, take our people and educate our people and let them know that you are somebody. You know, so many times we look for validation in the wrong places. We need to stop. This should be an example. Yeah, we need this. This needs to be an example. This needs to be an example.
When we talk about the LGBTQ plus community, it's been divided through propaganda so that race will not unify as one. And we really need to get down to the mental aspect of everything and the spiritual aspect and find healing through education. And each and every one of us here are part of organizations ourselves. So we're doing the transformative work. And I'm very proud. I'm very proud of each and every one of you here at this table. I think it's going to be a continuation to voice our truth and coming on networks such as this, giving, you know, ourselves the opportunity.
Well, I think hats off to Happening Out Television for coming up with this concept. And I think that, exactly, and making it a priority. But I also think that, you know, we are doing that, right? In our daily lives, on our Facebook, on our social media. Really, technology has changed the
way that
the needle.
We go
they
about
can't control information. Right, and we're continuing to educate, but we can't educate in a silo.
Right.
Well,
Right.
you know, like
Go ahead.
go comment on this article right here. We actually kind of like we need more of that organization that the Black Panthers did. All this stuff more than ever, and it's not only. I want to create an intersection between race that we have racism in the LGBT community here in Wilton Manors, here in Oakland Park. But I just want to say the Black Panther movement, that type of grassroots organization, is something that's greatly needed, not only in the LGBT community, in the Black community as well too. So that's why I admire that activism. So I just wanted to comment.
They're also credited within healthcare
Yeah.
of being the first organization to come up with this idea of free healthcare.
And
Which
that's
now in America,
it's
we're
so
talking
important.
about Medicare for all,
The legacy
right?
lives
But the
on.
Black Panthers really made that model a very long time ago, and they don't get the credit that they deserve.
John,
It's
how
like
have
all the things that, all the problems that we're talking about, like it's a history, they're still the same problems. They're
Right.
still the same issues, same things. And it's so radical that the Black Panthers were doing this back in the 60s.
Yeah.
And it's sad that we're actually still
Well, I think it's some
facing-
positivity to that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of positivity, and John, I think you can shed some light on your organization.
I mean, not only just within our local organizations, it's clear literally that through the time we've had Black people, we've had Black gay people, and we've had support from other organizations that's never been talked about. So to shed light to this story and make it known, and for us to put this out there on this platform is awesome.
Yeah.
This lets us know, you know, no matter what, we've never actually had the struggle alone, but we have had allies and we have had support. We just have to continue to normalize that and continue on in what we've been doing.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+